Papa. Okay.
Now, me and the baby, I was going to copy Western.
Oh, quite yeah.
You all say, Bibian and then 1 month.
That's exactly.
Always have to think as one country.
Yes.
One unit.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
That's
you know. Now, Bibian and Consul, come on.
Oh, you had Boko cry. Now, saying, I at Renchemina Maya Yaboto. Now, Cecilia, a bomb pass. I mean, I guess some China wine, maybe able to ye.
But there is an idea. Yamini no cast of tears here. A bit in name, and where they are on tears. It be Jamaku.
Yes.
And your bar, the Aben say, what a swear for pain. Who come the other disease.
That mean you were
what a swear for pain.
Okay. Okay.
What a swear for pain.
Look at that. Look at Papa. Look at that.
Well, as I said, I'm now here trying to come on the source. My main cow say, I have a big on Adom TV, multi TV. So, you shall see a brand no new about permanent edunu, eduana in numino, and edu aba bedu sabre. No, konoba permanent edunu enumpe ye pejaimu. Ewa had me say. My main cow say, a betches cancel. It start to 81 hash. Now option 4 no. Now we go so at the dijuma. A benefit na me de ma it could be you. As and you start your day and your week on a good note. Na abo ye pa. Many kada to any moko wasa Easter. Mashebejani and yenene wahan misino. Nimnyam for Isaac J. Mensa and I once again akwaba na feature pass.
Yeah, right. I forgot if there's anything.
Oh, yedanyamia sepa yenti. We move from the dark pages of this country as an economy to look at the brighter picture and lessons that genuinely we have to learn as a country. But ansani bedu sa bia honum no. And I pay one of the worrying videos I the Amasaman road. What about this videos now back about me ma na my former deputy minister no was asked no and she quite be first so ye ko anim asoba because sector minister no talks about abaya ofri su na no da no na a GOG project na contractor no Ekasini Sikasem Bia Omako pay almost 400 million cedis or dollars they are commanding. But the difficulty here is that contractor say a Juma why Emusika and I bet what do we do about the situation at the expense of the Ghanaian? We share quality totally more trouble and especially ye crew canes ye who said there clearly it's very worrying. Oh, but you've sat in Parliament, Dr. Akwaba.
Yeah.
Short notice in that CP. You've sat in Parliament. In fact, you didn't come about our roads, and our categorization of roads, no, so reshaping, regraveling, and these kind of roads. What has been our challenge in terms of funding of these roads? How do we solve these things?
You, Ochami, Oman, Medasi, Msebebache,
Papa,
and Mammy Fakwanjas Chow. So Munajuma,
the Joseph,
that's it. And one here, so I have for me, chair was 64. Me, my for him paying for Mamma Aquanja, some membrana, minimum medicine come up a day. Now, minimum chairway. How come we don't catch it? Because I had Dr.
Kabila.
The physical Biako goes up. Na mafasa kwanja so madagana fo hinase wo makase mafam mendagana fo hinase wo nkabom na nkan yehia ye wa torenche meto yen ayina kan ye kire do ye kire bako bankro nyumemu na membo president mama so na ba so say provide leadership otum kan hina bom mi kase bi mrebio na Ghana fa kire do papa no so ba sa na de na to nani so ya de pa okay na boom first of all ka say ye flag no insano ye afi ye fa ndamba mi asama mo bia anya hwe na ye fa mfendie adwado afi so wo hwe nkwala no po a ye je wachire kwala mo future is a problem papa say child support a year as a trust fund bia ebe hwe ma year to it means nkwala no mo future no is secured so musu kokum o mo help provision well being no nteni da so enti wɔn so a mekyɛ servicemen na ɔmo aka ayim so ɔmo sɛ wabɔ bi aba so ɔbɔ mo aba so nyinaa yɛ ade papa vice president ma wayɛ ade na yɛn kasa wayɛ ade because of saa arrangement nanso nipa yi bia ɛsɛ nankasa no ɛsɛ ma ne yakɔ so kasa kan kyɛ obia sɛ speech ɔkan ɔmo a mo ɛyɛ involved no onum bi mo kwan bebre so the Ghana fo nyinaa so saa ɛka ho bom yɛanyɛ ne politics yɛanyɛ no opposition sɛ wohwɛ ayi no baabi ɛkɔ nyinaa minority ka ho majority yes sra union no feel na everywhere we went minority edimu akoten pa e kire do na ye masa do no entra ho ye fa nko yani na amahini em say na wo ka akwan e say ya ya no mahina wie no e say de fata ya kwan no so be kai a me doctor kwa shiada ya kwan sam na enye ye the statizina de bai sida ne ya kwan de politics it can be biara mri na to senso abayo the issue was the maintenance of our roads was a problem. The maintenance regime collapsed to the extent say a road toll say a chum near the scared you may be no ya award contractor front and back into contractors car and about to intino e do mra aban no we are the yaba so yaba so complaints behind ho for the past 6 or 7 months no their ministry na here and say omo ye mfifim hwehwem all over country of yakwan nyina it is saying amudi na aboa no. So you are talking about road maintenance trust fund o man payne say yembo sabra no ni yakwan cc ni nim because most of the time no say yakwan ni wi maintain no ekwan ya wi na dem na maintenance start because we fa so no na car bi na tire atufom na twa ese hwe ni cc kwan it's a road maintenance trust fund abwasi ebema enidaso ebema sustained financial supporter ibetumi de cc yakwan na yeso ebeboan na big push so wo ministry no minister why the point in the dom o makọ round ya kwan issues na wa hu nyina na be big push mu o man pan say sa big push no for the next 2 years no sika e infrastructure mu ye fa ni nambo na fa kwa kwan mu so 3.2 media review no minister na kan 3.2 billion no ni na enko road ayim you can imagine say akwan kote 32 what ability no for some major highways near there they call sa big push mu na 13 of this or another 13 projects have under done or the bank contractor you do finfin ya bi na so for na de ndimu contractor bi ntu kana de nan or the so ka another 4 projects which express road so we Accra Kumasi yes main express road na Kumasi outer road na ring road na so for na yi na so 4 yi ni na no baba kan so it tells you say omamponi aso akwan ayino mitre road infrastructure mu den pa say ode no modern bo na nimbre behwe ma yesisi akwan ni na mesro magana fo hinase yakwan na enye no sa akwan so de adechi agisa hina no so wan sisi na ese ko entino so now yeso mo ba ena mehwe ayisi na nsawo mu de ababatu ja na mehwe ayom say Ghana Private Road Transport Union for say mo sit down in ade na de meka asaga na fo no se aban sese na aban ya bo wa hwehwe akwan mu ni ade hina akwan a wo sese ni ya akwan a abanda de ma contract ya de ma contract it's a akwan ya make na tani example it was given on contract by the previous government
but me kaso ade so de no
ntwam akwan bebre hwe wo hwe takrade mu ni ba ai sa ai Lagos, corridor. Lagos multi ECOWAS corridor ready. A free Abidjan. Because Kwakwan was Nyadina. Ya shall say when the Bahaya deco. So for Quino so. Nsuboto Hadri. These are roads are abano at the Maya and Sayaba. Major roads are why a problem across the country. They were given on contract. Now, President Mama so won't complain. Obey not what resolve. A crown we. To me, the mestre. Kakra mestre say. DPRT for say. Omo cause it and strike. Mesro mo nyabot. Omo put tie. Omo 2 areas, the Ministry of Transport and Ministry of Roads. And a committee for roads and transportation, so your parliament. So we can always engage. Let's continue to engage. Nobody is saying they're question yet. No. GPR2 omo employers. Omo workers. They are not drivers. Employers are in normal circumstances, you even belong to Ghana Employers Association. omo no matom car omo music omo tom car Ghana hu se Ghana no transportation na dan aban kwa na ye mu se yo STC na sefo na yi ni ade and aban kakra bi with my tete no na railways na de say e ba yi and be count the majority of our transport movers ni ade no private people. And these are the Ghana private road transport, and many more. We need to cooperate. For a very long time, I these are employers. To the extent that the employers can say, "Omo trasi, no money juma." You can know the consequence. The message from me, the can say, "Omo so long as I say near tackle situation, who's a instructor so na akwan you had." Message was review. Man, for about 2 or 3 years ago. Some employees, I'm checking Ghana private road transport union. Omo say, omo catch for question, they don't pay tolls. Obi anga hori. Abai say or the toll na dey ba. I say you twa me credit electronic tolling system. Ni na no, asa aban so hwe no sisi kwan so. So aban aba foforo. Baba betu sa man hu we. Na yen complain say yen yen kan humbom. All these programs na dey here dey aba. The message Ghana road transport union for say because they are not workers. Because they are not drivers, they are the movers of the system, transport sector. They are the movers. And they continue to engage the ministries of roads and highways and also the Ministry of Transport. No matter company, on matter ministry, and transport ministry. And for Ghana Private Road Transport Union to come out say, because of Sahara road in Quantino. Because the other roads are country are in a very bad situation. It's a threat na mesro. The matter minister no only contractor no answer so monko. Me no can say as a contractor no we see quite
so just this morning the production team is just informing me say contractor no. So what yes they have pictures on that.
Oh yes.
But you are not boy with the pictures just this morning. That's what is coming up.
And and that's what I want to say. This contractor Maripoma is one of the best contractors in Africa. Oya Roots, or Liberia, Sierra Leone, and many more. He is one of the competent contractors there on my
Okay, so those are the current Anopaya pictures. The contractor is on site.
So for me, a certain message is to start. Normal circumstances, you don't buy your coin. But under the circumstance, something should be done. Into no media, the message say, so long as I buy no other to solve problems. No, what's so back. What you want among? Let's continue to engage ourselves. Now, this is my advice to the Ghana Private Road Transport Union. Who said Union Biano? He's also said, "Who said there's no my move." I'm not saying say or more don't to there's law my before because striking, you have to pass through the process. But they are not union for in the right sense of it because they are not workers. Normally, no union is for workers. So as say, and now employers no association. Even management staff can only association. But of course, the law allows some company and enterprise. For now, Mesron are bay. Mamu being a political networks home, and it's no boss abra. No, I don't want to believe that. The answer is saying,
so also negative.
As ever, and Mesron say, contract assassin, one of the most competent and efficient contractor assassin, Maripomano. But you see, a lot of the roads all over. I was talking about Winneback as well road. What was fast so no me fa kwan so. A kwan say the kwan atete pansa ma yade no. Aban da no mo awode. To extent so baka amri me ba say o man fa parliament bo me yade. E be azom. And many roads. Into the big push is on its way. President said for the next 2 years infrastructure is kept in Fanko roads. The road maintenance trust fund has also been the law has been promulgated and president assigned. In Jebako enimino Yamma Yahusa Fin Chum, Ghana roads will be better. And who's a drip as well? You know, drip. Equipment are bad. Parliament for this boom, abandoned no, on the buying. All these things are there. And that's all.
Why drip? You disagree with the drip or what? Because I've seen the drip, they are calling for all MMDCs to bring it to RCC. And Rebecca was a drip, not all challenge to drip. No, not challenge with drip. Okay. Drip
will support, will consolidate the results of the business.
Dr. Kabila, but it's interesting when power is because if in opposition, you would have supported clearly what the GPRT is doing. Clearly, and they don't run away from that fact. Obama Ghana for who here say GPRT for other transport.
I won't do that.
No, when I say you, referencing not your person,
yes,
about the opposition talk, and we cannot run away from that fact. And there are a lot of things.
I won't come there.
There are a lot of things. But when we have power, look, you know, we just took over the previous administration. Even the sector minister was saying them. A GOG project, a sector minister, we we just assume power and all those things. For how long? Because yes, you shifted to her, you shifted to it by a solution.
Oh, man, in a corner. Udika. Ababia o asembusa no odem from social see ani se wo kase ye nyina ya no sesa ye nyina ya no sesa ebi ano sesa titriu wonum a eya na tumi abedi wo mu nsam ene wonum a tumi afiri wo mu nsam omanfo no
ejina fa ko a
omanfo no bi wo honum a ya no kasa no ejina di ejina na ya yentie ye ho ye problem a ye wono no asem foforo ben na ye ka me ni minua pani
jemesa
ayi enya adwene so be ka se aban foforo bi na aba aban foforo bi ama ye ga na aban no a akanifo no edi oman aban nanim no na asesa aban ne de otimoda ni titiw ne wono mu a eba no akwan adwuma ya wo mu edi mu tintima pa no o ma wo no mfie pitepi ni o the highways authority urban roads move say rural other one urban roads and the feeder roads and there's a third category.
No, there's urban roads, highways and feeder roads.
Nti no institutions no they are there. Nkrataseme wo ho ni nyina wo won se mi ni ahase na nka oya hwane award contract na ego owie o se obo company ni
Marapo
ba minim company o say it's one of the best of course so there's nothing wrong with the contract. What we have to enya contract na asem bi wo ho execution minia problem bia wiasimu han mo no ebeba na eba anu yie ayede ma problem no ene ho hia sisi ayenhwe solutions mafa kwan no so na make me catch you say ofa ofri nkran na akokumase a obi a ofri nkran akọ Heathrow London anyiresi obedu ajaw so ofri han mo ko mikro nkintampo a I've experienced that. In fact, Kumasi kura before bedru Kumasi no. One guy nipa ni bedru ajaw. Na wo anye so bedru ajaw keke no. Obedu ajaw ahotomu. Monka ne o body de ebe withdraw o body ni be ye wo no. Nyame a mwawa je se okoda honum ne ye de ayi enkuto ene ade atwitwu. Ntia ye problem. Ade ntine wo. Contractor na o ye adwuma no. O say nisika sembi aye den akodi. I hope say sasika sem no enye saa modde na mode ba ya resetter ya reset ya yehui na ama ayisikatwa asebia bam
reset be na reset ya the reset is geared towards and ensuring so man munu nyoma bi atosin bia no
man man no what about
reset in the okoka
so interest
na me say
don't paint that picture as if you don't agree to a country that needs to be reset. You might have a challenge with maybe quite one for some way or reset. But resetting a key.
Maza. I mean, can't say me no decide me unkomo. Me how many times I mean can't just a man for as I say my adwene a court titi the Kwame Nkrumah kan at independence say as I say such a adwene such a
of course.
Enti no one man yasam fufuro bi na wo ka. Enti me say one more reset. That's for resetting. Na nipa bi a won sesa obra nhwehwemu kwan so no obra na bedi dem
but you know provide leadership
so I say
it's about leadership
and just make can say eyade say musimu ko ye nhwehwemu na nhwehwemu na mo ye no eno na atwe ne ma konkon ho no mo a ene na eno no na esese ye hwe ho yi if say waka che say company no kura contract no wo mu nsam no it's one of the best. Enti dia na sinto wo mu enu nti sika twa esese ko wo mo ho no enko wo mo ho ema mu nkwa aduma
show ni sika that was the first complaint.
Oh masa Mr. Manfa asem nkosha ban
but that's what the sector minister the first explanation he gave until the Obaba catch us or my issue
abosomi watwemu ne we ade ba kon aban me amede share John Dramani Muhammad Dano ne photo sam for Dr. Atoke Forsen omo de abo mo samra ne pa ne say wo mo atoto yesikasem yi meboa
correct
na wotutu sikasem yi na sikasem ya ye de na woboto munye
wadaruma the way they mention that so mu wani ngu say
me mu mani ngu bi
sikasem aye tutu nie no ene sika ye tua ene ka ye tua no ebo ebra
enti eni sika ye di betua
contract no ma ye no afina me gina me na so
apega me sika ni hon mo a ye di betua contract
no sector ni so say ehun akohia priority of priorities
say we o ma hene here me nkasa kwa minua me ne kasa pa ye din ko
ye kasa ya che
me na wo da me ba
wo zo
me say me no kasa pa na tie
man criticism pressure wo no kasa kwa no 2 years old wo kala so no kasa wo da kasa wo zo me say for me wo zo me kasa pa
oh you got the point I'm making we have a relationship that's the point I'm making ye kasa pa but we don't me kasa da bia me no kasa I won't say that other me no netim fie o yere kwa bia nya da bia no ne be kasa it is there. The point I'm making is say
you 2 years there
but it's what you are saying is not 2 years 2025 you don't say that 2024 me no kasa 2024 me no kasa 2024 before elections me no kasa now we say we no make reference road issues about the quantum of mileage and government
the last engagement was on the Kosi.
Thank you. Me, I don't like, but that's below the point. As someone may person can say, we agree on certain things and we disagree on certain things. The important thing, and I'm making reference to your relationship, is say we respect our differences, and that's why we keep going. And the time more difference about in terms of government in this case, we be a contractor no, and no more ben abam no or buy yes on the contractor and the best chance say, ora aban the order car and yaka or you do be enti koso yetuma na there ni betumi aye de abo. That's the point I was driving at. I'm there no be, but if you disagree with that, fine. Akaso de me ne wonye because e bonsam suban ti da bia e be kasa nema sisa ye wasisa but no nya ha na be ka me kese o man into the most important thing is say say one to me kuta wo mo no hunu say ade no enye da bia na e be kosi di usipe no say o mo to me kuta wo mo no yes enti kasa boko a esanka abufuo no say na esi ne contractor fuyi ana e de wo mo ka no ana bi o mu bu ye fu no ye ne o mu di nkomo ma o mu be koso aye sa de no de to so bio o ka say GPRT for no they have 2 ministries. It is neither here nor there. Asama wo mu ka no enye wo mu kwa am kran me say me pesa me ko Kumasi a
I had that dream
mama enya ayi sura mi so say bi betumi akosi no kwa but say sab ayi baby no masa
6 hours
enya easy
4 hours 2 hours
sometimes we bet ayi VIP for omo brepa omo de omo nyen kasa omo bre papa won so omo cars no ewa so e fast ha area so no na e fom na etwi na etwi na ekọ ha na enya de da fomuti eye kasa bokọ na ene omo ka se ya che na mo se mo ye no ye ne mo nya na etimo yeso e kan ye bi yeso etu kwan ni bi enti yesra mo de mo ma ye mfam saa na kakrakra spare parts na mo se ne bo aye den no ye ne ayi aboso kan for no kasa se nyame adom ye sika se mi asise ase dollar no na ho den aba no ne ade no ye ne omo ka se omo so ombetete ne ma bo so na spare parts se mi ko pem bribia ye ne contractor no kasa obeye adwuma no ohare so se fa ba ku bi kura na obewie ne ntem na ya fa sa kwan so a me fi say no be boa than to take the position say aban dada no aban ne dia to order California they different
man for show sir
say all the contracts were awarded by the previous government.
Yes, by why?
I'm saying I'm reminding him
by the previous regime. Also previous government.
Okay.
There's a previous regime. The government of the Republic of Ghana remains the same. We must get this right.
So the regime
has changed.
Awarded.
Yes. In the name of the government.
And it's a Ghana
project. It's a continuum. Yes, attitude now. The Biarada.
Imagine, but baby, on a namano, was a system trust you with my baby. You see semantics.
Manuasi.
Oh yeah.
Now they will see the chance when you fa.
Uro wi am.
Osi entie won
I want to say me. That thing when you feel. He is inviting me to come in. My catchers are only because I don't create a practice. Who may buy ya because he's saying. All representing MPP. Those are some MPP no come.
Oh, the road there.
You remember? Yes.
About the statistics.
It's in the behavior saying I have a problem with it. I have a problem. What I
Yeah, Mama Nusi.
What say?
Me de ka ko si say. Sa problem ya ban.
Oh, no.
And say na ye bre ho ase.
Okay.
Me and me papa I now ye road minister.
About
Free home, yes. Asenso Boachi. One say that time finance ministry there was year of rules. Akwan omo ye bi. But Ghana ya kwan problems e wo ho no. Ne ube ye bi achi no e bi da so ho. Enti ya ye nsusu fan tu ye ho safo hene. Because problems no e bi kono na e bi ba. But say ye can say no and I'm responding to him now. Say beka say obi nye bibia akra sa de me so me ntiase sa. Because why be? But only pay you.
But they could have done better when many men on countless occasions, or no one personally, and raise the issue of lack of maintenance on our roads as a major reason why I've been doing something.
Me papa, time I a road to new free one, quite almost as and I had issues with it. Which I was saying, I'm saying that to show that I'm consistent with what I say, you know, I need to show, say, Sebi, me simple. Or ye bibi na mene nya adwena metimi aka enya bufu, so that's how you brought me up. Enti that is the sense of it. Enti some problems no ho, and I agree with you, say it could have been better. But I'm praying the solution is not to go back to it could have been better because responsibility ni your odiane. Kwan be na ye fa so ne dia tu how I
if we don't go back or emphasize one thing or no, maybe for political reasons, but clearly it's a Ghana agenda. Or say aba bemu busumi ngotwini contraja regime ebesa enko yebesa no ba betina bemu.
Use the government. Don't mind him. Don't use the government, you know. Yeah, well, NDC government, MPP government, and so what you talk about? What no, my money not native. You can still use a regime, but government and regime are using
the regime, you know, which sits well with the agenda of Ghana, no?
Yes.
Unnecessary on by.
Yeah.
And then you about Trebro Motu Tonyoma, especially on the power. Good news about say the contractor is.
Oh, no, mechanic.
It's one person just say you need to accept that they just took office.
Oh my, as someone mechanic say. One to me kuto mo necessary one ne one more huye ashe wo mu no di nkomo say oh say ni na kasa boko esanka bufu maka no
so how you say
I'm not
yemfa won o fa banche you fa banche
that be o obani me can say na mesre that's what I was saying you see let's come back to samene sakabila na mene ne ba ga me pensu bi no mi asa be unu so ba ka say the last discussion here abratie on you
tweba me dwopa
on you ensem na about you me ba na me say baby akwakodu no abana de yema hina abo for 6 months the minister and the ministry for no makoram all the situations here na ya confirm who say yes our transition I was the chairman of South Saturday in no man ewo ho but you are not talking so the question is for Nankasa you see because the president say we are resetting who complaining or your time you not complaining because of the fact say challenges in the war yabani asumuba and I told you I say no and that's why I say so he was king the contractor is on the road it's because of Kasapa it was because of Brazil and such as Anuti it's mean Yakabila or changing regime to government near there let me tell you say there is Google there is a government NDC government such as you can also refer to a regime but it's NDC government there was a government, MPP government, of course, yes. So what is happening now is NDC government also say, led by President Mahama, no so reset Ghana. Who's a reset? No, Kebiano, no, what's your pan? What's okay? I say, what can I reset? You know, no, so that be one more reset. You know, so I comment to you know, I started say, me Ghana fast. And to rent him a ben Musa Sagana for you, because my United people. Such as, it's my politics say, you are sitting here, over the city has been stabilized, it is now 10, 11 or 10 cities, the dollar, and then maybe break. And I told you, and I told you, I told you, say, opening, I told you, say, road toll your team, Ghana Road Transport Union for me, so, sir, only employers, they are not union, they are not workers. It's employers, no, we are penny, a money out there. In December, 1 year, you for buying no. No, you can say almost 2 ministries. Ministry of Roads and Highways, and aircraft. In the normal circumstances, we don't even engage them. Or more engage on Ministry of Transport. And I said, Parliament, I remember in the meeting say, sir, contractor don't go on soon. You know, I was going to say it here, and I was going to ask my clerk to write to them, say, all the transport unions in Adina, I say, leaders, Transport Committee of Parliament. You know, fortunately, Abba, as a papa. And you know, in translation, the mesra emphasis on the semester because we need to engage them so very well. Why, yes, I won't be a quine, my ticker. Who said, almost be a quine, almost drivers in Bono, almost not so come up my day, because there was a time or being started through the brain, me in Parliament. So, drivers' union. But the point is, driver be a person or union, you be ready. You know, sir, the DPR can be ready. But what is happening now, say, Yamina Denasi. Yamipani Denasi, say, of many any joking, I'm Brazil, Yanda, and this is the car from Brazil, any other Brazil bar. Maybe I'm starting. I'm Brazil. It sounds yes, row. Yeah, I can't start you. And I'm sure to say, fortunately, contractor or panel is one of the best. I don't mistake no. You're buying. You're comprehensive between your men, the moment the only nation can have any. That is what is important. And I told you, and your mind is a consuming your cabile. I say big push, you know, big push, you are tabulating roads.
The big push, you know, is purposely for what?
And for infrastructure. Yeah, has infrastructure. And you see, education, health, and all over infrastructure. But for now, the president is concentrating on the road infrastructure.
Okay, so the continuation of the road, year of roads,
year of roads will be. Me can say for me, Kabila, he will come to terms. Me I can say, me say, year of roads 1, year of roads 2, year of roads 3. Yeah, who are the critically shown? It's the normal idea who are the paper beer. Say year of roads, oh massa. Say year of roads 1 year of roads 3. A car you don't look over 120 billion. I said it.
But you are somebody in the game.
Yes.
Unim say and ne nyame amado mudi 8 or 4 or 12 years or whatever years na more exit here.
He's so important to me. Once upon a time, the green book be by. Green book na tablet in your in the rose room. You know what Kabila said? Mo kwan wine, mo ya kwan ya de kwan opportunity no. Thank you. Na nyame ya don maybe before by year of rose 1, year of rose 2, year of rose 3. So if look, so many year kwani here. I am meeting as making na here.
Very key.
Nka yem mbre bebre sa. Sa akwa ye kan wasami. So mu tio contractor na ka. Na kutu pepe so mo hyen here. Nka people man sa. What about this jatum? So mo no di ma wo, say na di ma wo, we Ghana fa jatum. Emu bi ade ma wo be ma wo. So me ma me nyo Kabila cha say. Sa 3 years am dey buy. Me chase 1 big push is critical. Big push is clear. Big push, identifiable. A better on your menu, anything you can check. Secondly, acquiring now more than my 13 good roads. You've run, you've 3 of Mujan. So when they find it up on the account, and as I express with your canals, but more importantly, so told you, can you imagine that I'm assuming you are not giving you from acquiring, acquiring, what the fast. Sabe, what better transporting, but every Umajiska told you, don't drive. For about 3 years, Ghana Private Road Transport Union for they have not been paying tolls. Say issues by Yakasa, so for me, I think say the Papa say minister no that is what the NDC is all about. Brazil near the say contract and cost start here. He said contract was starting, and I can tell you that man is efficient. That man is competent. That man will be able to add money. Wow. So, no, we will continue to talk. And I'm say, my committee will be invite them. Committee of Roads and Transportation of Parliament. You buy invite sa union for near Boama Basum Pose. Omushok sa concerning, not strike na domejai, near Hanamutu. This will be transparent. So you will let them know, we bring them on board for them to know yankasa road maintenance work then the percentage. Yankasa road start pushing big push then the percentage. It is also in their interest.
Road fund, you know. I wish send come by your board chair. Is my wish. Not said you was here being was animal. I can hold you responsible when lapses one because maintenance is very key on your heart.
Yeah,
in terms of roads.
And then our own wishes say obey minister Nankasa in the next
In the next
I asked them if
No, I mean,
we are not disagreeing. Me, Tina says our person creative impression. We say we are a teacher.
You have a challenge. You have a challenge with their research. You have a challenge with their. We have a challenge with GPR to find out all catch up and say.
Me can't say Casaboko Sankan before. No, what was I prescribing? We are saying the same thing. And or say Sadia no cry what 2-1 and more the committee now for woman. So the same spirit. The mekai on him any another on Cassantia or agree on him again say and Namu say yefano. Our person cry say the entire contractor now call and pay him when he say Minister Nane or we be a dinkum. Asempa Yen na yam fa sa ne yen kan hunu se be a senator makre dey anu mi na
that's true
it me etia ne yonko but they agreed to work together.
You were kwafo before, you know.
You were, I am still.
Exactly. There's some yakwa ni now.
And I make
on principles in this.
Oh, Sabra, because that's where the light is.
You can't quite afford SDSM.
Maybe that way for. And it's important, and I like your consistency on stewardship.
Yes.
You know what I say.
In fact, this man there.
Will now preach you your title.
This man is so solid.
I mean, what I say.
This man is so solid.
Because you want to take a certain partisan posture.
And I will straightforward. It may make one and number. That's another bit.
It's your mind. Me feel say as a person contractor nako. Ya momo dey say the amount of free site. And sign mobile money free site.
Okay.
Now obeko so aye adwuma no kopem say ye be dru gina pen a ye dru. The ntia me pese meko abakose mu kese ni say ukọ enum too much a. Kwan we me papa John de kunkufo na chance o. Dualizing Accra Kumasi road. E den na dru bribi no ye jato wa mfe be se wotwe. But you don't want to go back there. Ya chance ye no ye nto so na ye nye ni ye. Na Ghana ye mfa ye.
Okay, so still catch fatu TV Machoska star 281 hash na option 4 no dey dijuma shonko kranti 1,000 Ghana cedi me ma started with. But quickly, before I wrap up on this conversation about the new patriotic party or more granting general amnesty, Emma suspended members ahead of 2028 a year polls. You know, let's quickly relook at this situation and see the approach of this administration, because baby and I love the quote from Dr. Tony Edu say, if we don't kill it, it will eventually kill us. It's the fight against an illegality. Do we need a brute force or a very serious confrontation with the reality and then have at least a minimization or a solution to the air to Doc, Mama Shas, if you, they are not a donor, they be where Yakutia Galamsey, Yakutia Ligama, Yakutia, baby, I will do it's either we kill it or it kills us. That's it.
Inim da dada. Ni atino no. Mini kan fa yako kese ma abusua titru. Ya dehye wotwe a ye hwere wo mu wo sa atoyira nchem kese yi. Ye ma abusua no yako. Ye mo hyede. Ye ma ye nuanom so a ya pe wo mu krabre yi. Dem ni fa due ni amani hu. Omai na wotwe ba ko ne fantamu nie. Said yes sa briche bo ye kan omai bo mu. Amampani a wo mo twam. Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo. Me papa John Ejekum Kufuor. Obo mu nyina His Excellency. Na ano desema o mu di betu dwa. Ade ba ko apoto kase mo beka se eye common denominator. Esi ni nyina afa pem eye nkabo mu. Na de ye hwen wo mfidie so. Ye ni so. Na etwe nyina adwi atwe agiasi se de ehu no se the nation omamu nyina kabo mu na ye nim Azeka Jemensa ene nim kwabena bonfe ne nim omahene kwabena asante na ehu ye ho se eye Ghana fo nye party sem aban foforo ne aban da bi eye oman Ghana amamuo ho asem na na aba ye de sa su no esoritia nyamransem ne suban boni a edi oman nu nya a se bi enye ofamu agudi a yetu nu kwanbone so no nko na suban boni bia e ka ho a omahene the effect any say ye nyina ye behu say say ye nipa baako na ye hawo no so say ye bom ne yakutia first lesson no de to so bio maka pen mesensi so bio ye mra bia aye no ho atete kwa mra ese me masasi a me nananom edi jamie ye ko hu famu agudie wo ho no mo a famu agudie no eni wo me enti oman no a ye se abeye ne de no o hu kwan se otimi di ahode ni tumi e ba be fa asase no mpo na de ode be ma me ane mpatasika samra no ya atete kwa mra na Shasia ni 1897-1898, the Crown Land Bill that was rejected and defeated by the Aborigines Right Protection Society. Any woman ayon kufuor na ewo anyirisi na omo concessions ewe ha. Me nua ma ne hu ayabakosem o de mika pa. Nti ya sesa samra no a ema government fa and state no fa 100%. Na oman no fa 65%. This is my proposal. You can bet my tricky numbers no. 65%. Now one was asking ke yo omo dia no. I nti sika sema sika kokko ye hu wom. And I say den chembo ye hu wom no, ye mo 20%. What they can we be 85%. 15% na aka no, ye mfama local assembly. Ye change ownership structure no a. Enya fe ne ye kwakwa royalties asem. Enya fe ne ye ka se we na di obi aba ho no a minnim mo hwe. Enya fe de ka se ayi yete ha no ma be fa asase nti wo mutu dia yeso be fa kwan ya ye peso e de akwakutu. There will be unity
obi a wo chefa wo.
Yes. Wo de wo mi de wo. Ya antsesa sa de no na se ye koso ma de edi anibre wotin cry. Me se wuti ukro me mfa se bamboyo se kintampo se salagao se elubuo se hifon na ana chichire wasante no be the krata aba
assassinate media
me da bi nya so ya ne dia o se ya ma mitumi krata se femu agude bi wa me ba bitu wafuo da ho ebe yo de binu mo on ko compensation se ye tua mo be si ne ye ntuai ye nsua bibin free de to ye yimu na ye nsachira de to so mi ansa ameka eye emra se ye di ye adwuma minu as a money law na e wo han mo sisi yi kura na me say ownership no yen change structure no o ka se eni se wukotu famu agudie be ye kwansini is it 100 or 200 meters to water body and so nsuo na nkase yesim yese kwaye ma yemfa ma aban na se twa no ho ase aye mra se kwaye bi ho no dia yetimi di ma
kwaye bi ho dia
ama ya ama ginu abepo forest reserve company bi akokotu atu nananom because na ban mu a ye di nananom sie no ba ko ho nsema koso o na article say am di ma na ya won kan 2005 November 3 and a youth for action Ghana ye issue statement say place a moratorium on mining in Ghana and let's do cost benefit analysis 180 dia ya me ya a me bokoko na ya nhwe na ya nsia no a ebe ha ye pa adi enya a chen de adi enya yi eye the possibility of warlords minya we adwuma mining company da omo concessions omo no illegal miners na omo eni adeban mu krata ni tumi a ekọ no omo ko omo bo omo pa trophy no sin dance ni wachiri nanu ya committee I friends tax forces and government asset no adanse e be na ba so mbedu ba bi no soldier for atu na ekuta omo no mkrofo na atu ekuta omo no echen
yeah
soldier for there it is telling you something na omo ye hwemfuni no okay blood diamond
so film
no ni ba bia ne fapem wo Sierra Leone Liberia Chastel and for this anko rebels na Ghana ha ye hwe ye sade mabon kokko me mofra bremu sa yaka me say 2005 to date and how many years 2 decades and I started this activism 2 years before 2005 ehina yeko aden ye prayer ho pesika yentumi ni aden
ye prayer ho pesika
yentumi ni wo pray ho pesika sika ne da hwe wona wo kwe because insu aye no aduani aye di researchers bi no koye ko fa banchia na ye tu afrisa area so acidic content e wom no omai enya de papa Ghana Health Service ethical committee and health ethical and health committee sabre na professor bin Canada no 2014 15 16 research na say omo a ete areas a yetu ayiska kokoi omo blood samples ye fa metallic substance wom no enya de kuma adai se nyame aboye die dua nepa ene ne mapamu sei ye da wiase nyina mfimfini na ye die ho abro na de twato no ye sikani bre ene mfa ho se mi wuska de hian se mi wuska yesu so yi obi bapa okutaska ya se ska finti so no hwe no ankwaje obi daka kese mu pa ya se nkone nchen ade na asesa entimesre ya sofo ni titru ya imams ni titru trust and bible and Quran ni nyina tufu se ade bia nyame de ahye yensa no yenhwe so yi yene aye nana no nsom so ye gidie ne se ade bia wo ye nne no eni wo ye nko a wonu awuko ene wonu aye nyan wo mo nchirima enti ye wo 3 categories of people: the living, the dead, and the yet unborn. Ultra mathematical fraction mu a ya ye tiasi ni ye 1/3 na 1/3 di 2/3 so amune doso timesre se yenhwe kan na ye mon komponko ye chi se titefo na ye bi pen no mutu fo mu agudie de esi no mutu ni nyansa kwan so.
Right, Dr. Kabila Medasipi, what was the if we don't kill it, it will kill us.
You have to kill it, and we are going to kill it. Who say aban endi shaban bako na shambabio na me ka president mama na breso no unima na mo utu no Mr. Galamsey ho the message can say medical kan atoronji metuye na yenuanum nsama ba ya kan hina wi ti aba na say if you don't kill it, it will kill us. Mr. Galamsey lege mine nti wababi wi I don't know be say a friend say Galam stop and then you the same they can say the same. No. Who say me fasa kwanye so na mabbo me nua mabbo a minister for lands and natural resources abaso because who say I'm say ye adwuma so yen kasa obi abedi das ye say so wo fa major rivers no me kire pra ankobra ne ofim ne ade na significant changes aba na ninum. Who's a policy or the start yes river guards omo fa recruit river guards blue project no mo ye river guards and the forest guards. Evidence are there to show say major rivers na I want ye hu improvement to na nsuo kan ketenkete so wa inu sunu dwumadi ekoso yesu ye hu ayiwo. That is important. The Galamsey nyina say ye hwe say your forest no are protected na ye nsuo no so are protected a nka aka na asase na ni we deal with it. And that is exactly what this man is doing. And his Professor Kwenje so, Mabona Basu, you know, Mabua. Yamisha, Yaman can hold Yaman Domino. ya mema nimde ni na free president mama mu wapum ko da chese samranti mu into manyini ya wa evidence ya forest the major forest na ya say illegal mining Galamsey for aji na say aji na si ho brima Galamsey for bi anim ti say no ya koya nim responsible mining na ni join ti say o say cooperative mining it's a responsible man no kaka no wasem ya ayi bai mini ba kokra say my former minister my boss ona say enu no mo to achim no mo ko fati Galamsey na mom no mo kwa join a program oba envelop project whatever it is jumedi no mo kwa kodini na fa Galamsey ho responsible mining no Galamsey for attention you know very well say utumi njwa Galamsey mu hina nde so mo ko dabi you have to manage it regularize it and legalize it na very responsible mining this ya ma wo so wo your cooperatives ma mu kam humbum mu form cooperative na mo ye mo adwuma na mo ye no eno no enye Galamsey as illegal mining say small scale mining and that one you better regulate your mo e ba mo aka de ya mo nchechire no ma ye adwuma sika no e wo bantem wa that is what is coming in there's a new project into imagine what I'm saying is say o man pay na mo ntu a what to the managing or controlling Galamsey or killing it no it is I could have we are in the government for 7 months right now we shan mo ntu etu no Ghana fo yin yamwa yintu pungum sa de kan ho bom sa apinisi edi here the same no sa ehihya aba ban na mo ntu otu maintaining controlling and making sure that Galamsey yetu ase no yehwemwa because if it's a responsible mining the guy no to say no onim say adwuma na oye no sika mbeko no botom cooperative until sa so say no obey do adwuma ba ho bio ye ba mo nimde say ye me minerals commission almost expectation adi na ho so President Mama is refining and giving value into the whole concept into ye na support to nyemwa I think Galamsey will be controlled na me nua oka say I want that's fine President Duarte sa constitutional review committee sa constitutional matters if I shame in terms of reward ni ade sa royalties na sefo ni ni ade na mbre bia wo ye na edumri mo so system eso bra wadan nti ya maintenance law over a period ni yakọ enim no the society has become sophisticated and complex and so in the past na Galamsey management is na now tete no mo ye sakudo yi no ko braman sad no me na no mo ye
but there should be a bold statement by government.
But
for them proposal now
so what I'm saying you see you have to try at the buying there's no difference from what they are working so that's it there's no difference from what they are working and the government do the right thing it is constitution let's allow the
why don't you trip across the Galamsey areas
illegal mining Galamsey no Galamsey no dey enjoy body illegal mining
very well I've been a miner all my life and I've always gone against Galamsey everybody knows my record
you are sitting here denying me that I don't know you I'm putting the record
so I've been a miner mechanized mining and but the people say man for you say o man pani na mo ntu a o tu our Galamsey control no it is apt na ye hu nsusu ye hu nnuama so ekoso ye nnuama amaboa na mo ntu a o tu na de na ya start ye hu nsusu aso if you want to see a forest so osusu nkofo akwakoje friends masa anya tete e be tell Burkina Faso fuwum say lo fuwum if clear all those place and kudos to amaboa so that na rivers so see so we bibia nyama kitikina so na me tell kwankobra okọ wotra azimo wotra ankroba river na you know say it's a say bem kakra I'm not saying say ni na ayade but you say milk na here milk na conform who say so to na say utwa nsuo hu a because of azuso na free njenjen no e ma nsuo no milky but for now so utwa pra ho a uduru be poso a ududu nko wo say pra nsuo say me pra da me ho because of the river guards ne anamuntu yi20 intino minia wudi okan dey papa obia na chire bi o chire wo mbra na e wo minerals law ne ade nyam onfamra sa ayi me chire constitution never ni na chem because the reward system compensation no me na ehina me wo masase me te hwa na obi finkran aba ye say ye de hammer me say me ya de it yes say sign me ni mu na o mahini de me pesa kan fo hina ten say o man panyin ni second term we resetting agenda say you mention about the kama so Galamsey party if you don't kill it it will kill us and the process has commenced me just say ya sha na muntu na say ye kill no na gradually we will kill it obiara mi nyɛ nka hombom yɛn support yɛn boy no mabo a minister no dwumadi odi say yɛntumi ntu na se prekopɛ nanso anamo ntu a watu no so bo se be yɛ say agroba de ni frashase said we need to support this young man this gentleman the minister yɛn together there kwa na me about media by who said the okakra yɛn krashe say yɛnya information for on the ground so oh we have seen evidence we have to do that. And you know, the message is kind of when came San Kabomia to make us a member view. Now, on my Musa Ghana, we're Ghanaian, I'm proud. Some Ghanaian. Me are very, very proud. What's that? There's certain culture which are a crowd for the northern culture. The northern culture and the southern culture in a boom, and they demonstrate say you're Ghana for Muma San Kabomu, Minya, Kabila. Me Kabila there. Da. But the best when you are dancing or court, I say you know, Manu. But also, I didn't say that you are. Close to 2 years ago. 2 years. Whatever it is. But say, be a money of it. Be a money of it. Because as a man, okay. Over not just a boy, be a can you imagine? Say, research economy. I was a can you imagine what say economy na you manage no what I say it's my goodness what should I you see you want to measure that we are united on the platform you remember those times the was one papa you just said me the evidence man no evidence be not man parliament ni na dey you etimi nua me da se what dey say adwinchiraba o so so mu tie yen o man pan no bibia o mu hwe no mu eyade no mbra ne de o se sesem yen sesem.
Okay, so one of the things they be that I think you've been consistent, but the aha or mine here lack of principle and the shall say cause e binumu. So I say it's so important because you see the fight is that and at the NDC for the here Moka we say a collective responsibility. Say Mom, why you know, so my young P. Adrian Free, you may be not from just that previous administration. All administrations as Ghanaians, we've not been fair to ourselves. Say, in free sati be any Adrian getting a solution for a bit to make queen and will be a difficult thing for us. Call Razia, then the young people go like, now, or my way, mana. And then they will hear from what's up with Jinana. So that has been the challenge. It is navigating your way throughout as a commentator or a journalist or a revered person or junior mind on. Level-headed people, they are all withdrawing from politics. So it's becoming a matter of dishonesty and principle and truth, and all those things are enya papa ma ya man yourself. Mesre, I fully support him because on the minimum personally and his submissions on some of these national matters. Whether in power or out of power, when he was a deputy minister, he was still talking about these challenges. Patriotic towards Ghana. It's so important. Now, you limited the issues about partisanship in every facet of our national conversation. It will lead us on to the Ghana we all want. But Compu Ghana for some say back to school. Promo that's what I'm saying. School for them. This is one unique opportunity. Yes, I could school. There are definitely any laptops, near mobile phones, near printers. No, how necessary copy a chair. Compu Ghana see free cyber copy September 21. One office bia beko bia no. It's say yeah come back to school. Ni join she share at work kama say ope Infinix, Itel, Huawei, any LG and Techno bia ope bia. Papa na ehon necessary copy eto. Or say a big bona performer as low as 3,500 Ghana cedi. Timisho copy bito. Research be up so ye Jumedi Adi Biano. Oh, the best of deal for you. Free Compu Ghana for 0243 1431 43 and that's 0302 752020. Now the one Eddie in Kitao. And my catch also say I'll pay. When you have a quasi about the right of Quimby's catering and decoration services. So we did maybe a person see who you know come on Baba Yama. I said, we are Masaka said, Biano 7 from A to Z ono ebeboa mo etmenya wona cha kwa kwashimam one Macedonia Methodist Church and a share anim for 10244 362256 and 020 8971019 asem here maybe chase canana roll the number back doctor what can say me and they be at the era kanda party some of these conversations are na media na be uncomfortable but what draw your attention say the usru kase pa and say you're careful in our quest to find this no yanko
Kriti warlords
edu hodia we na aba di me that's for this I am hopeful say the security architects will be called now I'm going to take a very serious strategy.
But again, with greatest respect to my brother. Na ye no. Ebe ye nyina o. Enye party bi nko. It will be all of us.
Of course. And they're right.
All of us.
Okay. No, man is right. Who say we cannot collective responsibility. Resetting Ghana agenda. That is basically what he's saying.
Okay, so 54321 and the number switch.
54321.
That's the number for the day.
They can't try your kind of shit. Because it's only collective responsibility, sanity.
Okay.
Because
national emergency now. 0553. I'm borrowing our president's word. 0553 140 star 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 0553 140 star star star. You've won it. That's it. Yeah. Oh, Master, now yeah. So let me see. Yeah, don't be as well.
Oh, last comment.
Debbie.
Oh, so first, I thought 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You talked about our collective idea.
Yeah.
That's exactly what research is all about. Talk about you. You have a Galamsey. I can't do another excavators as a.
Me na me time.
We are just going forward.